I'm about to give you guys a taste of what real accountability and introspection looks like with context. As a disclaimer, this is not me seeking attention, this is not an apology, and this is not the blame game. I'm just here to share. I am not omniscient. I am capable of making mistakes and screwing up. I am capable of doing harm to others, and I am capable of doing harm to myself. I don't always handle the excessive stress of at-home life as well as I should. And because I can't expend the buildup of that stress in a way that helps me without being a problem to other people, it tends to just build and build and build and build. The only outlets that I really have being packed away and have been packed away for almost a year now because of this renovation that's happening. And between stressing about this renovation, moving day being next week, and stressing about finding the right opportunity to put in an application for my own unit, and stressing about general stressors like the state of the world, the state of the country, and what could come of it, and all of that stuff. It finally came to a head yesterday. The last few days to about a week, I have been at peak stress, and it's been affecting my health and my mental health. And I have been on the verge of burnout, and the last time it got so bad, I ended up having to go to urgent care. The last couple of days before yesterday, I had been overstimulated because a couple coworkers had been driving me nuts. Driving a lot of people nuts, but driving me nuts. So much so that when I walked into work yesterday, I outright said to someone that I work with that if anything else happens, I'm going to lose it. Well, I lost it. So I was put in the drive-thru, already a stressful environment for me because it's often, especially on the weekends, very nonstop, go, 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 and there is no breathing room, and I kind of need that. And on top of that, I was already at max frustration and was getting even further when another coworker tried to jump in and help out when we started to get a little busier because, he was just being helpful and whatever. And you know what? I appreciate that. But I was kind of in that state of mind that I really wished he would be somewhere else other than right next to me because I felt crowded and overstimulated and I was going to lose it. So you can only imagine that the tension increased when the boss lady decided to come up and help. Now, if you know me, if you've ever worked with me, if you've ever seen me in person, you know that when it comes to customers, when it comes to my job, I try to be pleasing and pleasant and friendly and personable and what have you. And especially in a service job, I think that that's something very lacking in our industry today. I can't count how many people have told me that they really appreciate the energy that I give out. And I very, very, very rarely that I know of get complaints about my personality and my attitude. Generally, the only people that ever really complain are people who are already having a bad day and just need somebody to take it out on, I feel like. Now, I can be easily excitable, and when I get into that state, sometimes I don't have full control over what I'm doing or saying or how it sounds, especially when I'm trying to focus on multiple things at once, like making sure things in someone's bag is accurate and correct, like I'm supposed to do, like focusing on my boss to make sure I don't miss anything if she has something to say to me, like focusing on trying to make sure I'm giving change back right, focusing on trying to make sure I'm pushing the right buttons in my system, focusing on trying to make sure I'm giving a personable, friendly persona to every customer that I come across that comes through my window. I'm doing multiple things at once, all in one spot, in a very small space, and yeah. Eventually someone comes to the window and I see that they have all these rubber ducks on it. I see something cute. I want to compliment it, or I see something I like. I want to compliment it. And this lady drives up to the window while I'm overstimulated and exhausted and stressed to hell and trying to focus on every little thing around me, that I come across a certain way, apparently. She's got all these ducks on her dashboard, and I'm like, oh, I love your ducks, they're so cute. And she makes a joke saying, oh, thanks, they're pretty quackers. Oh, that's funny, and we're cracking up. And then I'm getting her change, and I try to come up with a joke back, and I'm like, oh, that must have been a hefty bill. And she's like, oh, that's a good one, I like that one. A matching energy. Apparently it sounded like baby talk. And I got a talking to about it. And because of everything that had been going on, I decided enough was enough, and I let loose. We had an argument, and I walked out. Do I believe that I should have walked out? No. But I think I needed to. Because if I'm really going through as much as I feel like I'm going through, then I probably needed some time away. And I probably needed some time to reevaluate and start over again. That, and I did not want my health to suffer any more from the stress that I was going through. I can't afford a medical bill. I don't want to end up in the doctor's office again. Starting over has never really been an issue for me. It's always been getting settled in that's been the issue. But I tell this story as a lesson and a learning experience to be like, don't do what I did. Don't bottle it up. Don't hold it down. Don't keep it to yourself, because otherwise, if you're someone like me, you're going to explode. And it will cost you severely. Find you an outlet, because we need one. This video is a lesson on how to be accountable for your actions, or lack thereof. Accountability is more than just being honest with other people. It's being honest with yourself as to why you do what you do and why you behave the way that you do and how it affects other people. And it's also owning up to the shit that you do. I walked out of my job and left my coworkers hanging because I was overstressed and couldn't handle it anymore. Because I had no viable way at the time to expend that energy that was just building up. And it all came to a head, and my job ended up being the victim of it. I don't regret it, but I accept it. Now I just gotta get through this move and find a new living.